Hello everyone! Welcome to another lesson in Science 5 with me, Teacher Victoria. Our topic for today is about the modes of reproduction in animals. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to describe the different modes of reproduction in animals such as butterflies, mosquitoes, frogs, cats, and dogs. Every organism exists as the result of reproduction. Reproduction is the biological process by which an organism reproduces another individual or offspring that is biologically similar to the organism. It enables and ensures the continuity of species generation after generation. Furthermore, it is a fundamental feature of all known as life. Butterflies, frogs, mosquitoes, dogs, and cats are examples of animals that reproduce sexually. Sexual reproduction takes place when sex cells from two parent animals, one male and one female, unite to form a new animal through fertilization. The fertilized egg is called a zygote. Although butterflies, frogs, mosquitoes, dogs, and cats reproduce sexually, they have different modes of reproduction. Butterflies. The mating begins when the male butterfly detects a female butterfly releasing pheromones at close range. When the female accepts the male attaches to the female's abdomen, injecting a sperm packet into her stomach that she stores until she decides to lay eggs. They may go on a courtship flight during mating that can last for an hour or more. As the eggs pass down the female butterfly's egg-laying tube, the sperm fertilizes them. Although male butterflies can mate more than once, female butterflies only mate once throughout their lives. About 4 days, a female butterfly lays from 100 to 300 eggs during her life. The eggs hatch about 4 days after they are laid. When hatched, the larvae are less than 1 centimeter and grow to be about 5 centimeter. Frogs. The fertilization in frogs happens outside the female's body. The female releases her eggs and the male releases his sperms at the same time. The male and female get into a mating posture called amplexus, in which the male climbs onto the female's back and clasps his forelegs around her middle to make sure that the sperms reach the eggs. They can stay in amplexus for hours or even days, as the female releases as few as 1 or as many as several hundred eggs. Usually, about 6 to 21 days after being fertilized, the egg will hatch. Most eggs are found in calm or static waters to prevent getting too rumbled about in infancy. Some frogs, like the coast foam nest tree frog, actually mate in tree branches overlooking static bands and streams. The gestation period is approximately 33 days after the parent frogs were found in amplexus. Now, let's find out how mosquitoes reproduce. For mosquitoes, reproduction begins with courtship. During mating, the male deposits sperm into the female through a small pouch in her abdomen. The female sucks blood to feed the fertilized egg. After mating and sucking down some blood, the female will rest for a few days to lay eggs in water, swamps, or anywhere with sufficient moisture. Male mosquitoes only live for about a week and have no purpose after mating with a female, so mosquitoes only mate once. The female mosquito only requires the sex cells of one male for the rest of her life to produce a few batches of eggs. The entire life cycle from an egg to an adult takes approximately 8 to 10 days. Pupae develop into adult flying mosquitoes in 2 to 3 days. Female mosquitoes lay eggs inside containers holding water. Eggs are ready to hatch from a few days to several months after being laid. Now let's talk about the dogs. Dogs experience heat cycle which lasts for 3 weeks. It is a period when they ovulate and can get pregnant, which is common every 5 to 12 months. During the first week, or this is called the proestrus cycle, females' vulva, or the outer part of their reproductive organ, swells and secretes blood and aromas that attract males. They act moody during this stage to both people and other dogs, swinging from affectionate to snappy, and seem to like to tease the males cruelly. They'll lift their tail to allow a sniff, but will bite the male's head off if he tries to mount. In the second week, or the estrus cycle, her vulva will still be swollen, but her vaginal discharge will usually stop having visible blood in it. She will ovulate and is very ready for reproduction. Lastly, in week 3, or the diestrus cycle, or the last stage of being in heat, the female has already ovulated and is losing interest in reproduction. The length of pregnancy in dogs is 61 to 65 days, average of 63 days. This means that about 63 days after a dog is impregnated, it will have its litter. Small dogs should always be bred with a male dog that is smaller than the female. This time, let's talk about the cats. Cats can go into heat at any time of year, just like dogs. They stay in heat about 5 to 15 days, but unlike dogs, will keep going back into heat every 1 to 3 weeks until they ovulate. They do not ovulate or pass an egg unless they are bred. Reproduction begins through the estrus, or the reproductive cycle, when they reach puberty. They are likely to ovulate until there is contact with a male animal. When in heat, they make noise or meow louder and more frequent. They become much more affectionate toward people, waves in and out of their legs, rubs against them, shakes her pelvis, and rolls about on the floor and flags her tail. A cat pregnancy lasts about 63 to 65 days. So a cat can have kittens when they are young as 4 months or 6 months old. Now, let's check what you have learned from our lesson today. Prepare your pen and answer sheet. Fill in the blank with the correct answer. Animals grow in number through the process called blank. Butterflies, frogs, mosquitoes, dogs, and cats reproduce blank. The blank takes place when sex cells from two parent, meaning one male and one female, unite to form a new animal through blank. The fertilized egg is called blank. Butterflies, mosquitoes, dogs, and cats have blank modes of reproduction. I'm going to give 1 minute to answer these items. Oops! Your time is up. Now, let's try to check your work. Now, let's see if your answers are correct. Animals grow in number through the process called blank. And the answer is reproduction. Butterflies, frogs, mosquitoes, dogs, and cats reproduce blank. And the correct answer is sexually. The blank takes place when sex cells from two parent, one male and one female, unite to form a new animal through blank. The answer in the first blank is sexual reproduction, and the last is fertilization. The fertilized egg is called blank. The correct answer is zygote. Butterflies, mosquitoes, dogs, and cats have blank modes of reproduction. You got it right. The correct answer is different. Now, always remember this. Animals grow in number through the process called reproduction. Butterflies, frogs, mosquitoes, dogs, and cats reproduce sexually. The sexual reproduction takes place when sex cells from two parent, meaning one male and one female, unite to form a new animal through fertilization. The fertilized egg is called zygote. Butterflies, mosquitoes, dogs, and cats have different modes of reproduction. I'm glad you got all your answers correct. You were able to describe the different modes of reproduction in animals such as butterflies, mosquitoes, frogs, cats, and dogs. Well, that's all for today. Thanks for being with me. Watch out for more exciting and wonderful science lessons with me, your teacher Victoria. Bye!